Up the floor, leading by 15 with 11 and a half minutes to go in the first half. Here is Gavin Roderick looking to drive. Shot.
Try to feed the post, and Miles had good position, good entry pass, just shuffled the feet.
Now we've got Owen Wise bringing it into the front court. He'll get the bounce pass to Butchert. Now back to Wise out top. Those two with Parker Mertens, Calvin Lambert, and player number 5 on the floor is Berkeley Omoki, and he was the one looking to drive to the basket. And we have a foul called, and it's going to be on the floor. So foul is going to be number 2 for Gavin Roderick, and that's going to have Forrest Witt, the Cardinals coach, bring Blake Scholl in for the first time tonight as Roderick will check out. Gavin with 8 points so far in about 7 minutes.
And now he just got a third because they called the technical on him.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. So the T means that Sauk Rapids Rice is going to get a couple of free throws, and then the Storm will get the basketball. So unfortunately for senior Gavin Roderick, he probably shorted himself playing time here in the first half with a third foul being a technical. First free throw doesn't go for Wise. He'll get one more. And he ends up going 0 for 2. If this were the fourth quarter of a Minnesota Timberwolves game, that would be Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, so this is going to be an opportunity here now for, Blake is going to have to get some minutes, and I'm sure we'll probably see either Bear or Ty at some point here in the first half. But Thomas will be on top, and, the Cardinals just have to that was a good steal there.
Yep, Mason Witt gets it. He'll drive, and he'll lay the shot in after the Sauk Rapids turnover. 28-11, Alexandria with the first half lead. And now we're going to have a backcourt violation called. It's interesting, Russ, because Sauk Rapids Rice through about the first 10 or 11 possessions were either making shots or missing shots, but now the Storm turning it over with a little more frequency.
Yeah, the tempo and the pace that the Cardinals like to play at, and that's been such a calling card here for us over these last 3 or 4 years, is it's hard. You're sped up, and now Sauk Rapids going to go to a little bit of a zone here, and we should be able to eat that apart.
Yep, Talon Witt, 5 for 5 beyond the arc. Oh my, is it good to see Talon Witt on the floor for Alexandria. He's got 15 points on 5 made 3-pointers in barely 7.5 minutes. And it's 31-11 Alexandria. Looks like the Cardinals might be well on their way to getting to triple figures tonight. Here's Owen Wise getting it off now to Berkeley Omoki. Now it goes to Parker Mertens on the right side. Couple of dribbles. Now Omoki has it back to Mertens on the give and go. Shot doesn't go. Rebound tapped. Mason Witt able to control. Up ahead to his cousin Talon Witt. Now over to the right side to Thomas Hinrichs. Couple of dribbles, and he'll get it off to Mason Witt. Witt down the lane to the rack. Puts it up and in. That's going to prompt another timeout for Storm head coach Jason Allen. I believe this will be a full timeout, so we're going to make this a 1-minute break. 60-second timeout on our platforms. 9:40 remains in the first half.
And at ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Along with our videographer, J.D. Johnson, and my broadcast partner, Russ Hinrichs, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. Alexandria off to a big lead in boys basketball already, and we're not even midway through the first half. 9:25 to go until halftime, and Alexandria leads by 22. Now Berkeley Amoki was trying to feed a cross over toward the right block, but the ball got airmailed out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Alexandria Cardinals.
Yeah, and that's just that zone defense, that trapping 1-2-2. That's really hard, when you have length at the top like we do with both Gavin and Tom, and, it's really hard to find a place to, you got to get the ball to the middle, but we make that difficult.
Now Grady Starzl into the game. In fact, he got the pass from Talon Witt, and then Starzl drops it off to Mason Witt, cutting up the baseline, and Mason Witt scores. 35-11 in favor of Alexandria as we now reach the midpoint of this first half of play. Here is a drive to the basket, and Abdisalan Hassan will score, and that's his first points of the night. Then at the other end, the three-point shot by Thomas Hendricks does not go. Rebound to Hassan for the Sauk Rapids Storm. Now he's going to look to take off. Blake Scholl trying to cut him off. Abdisalan Hassan backs it up. Now down to about 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. 8.5 to go in the first half. Alexandria by 22. Here's Grady Butchert with it. Now over to Lambert. Now to Isaiah Williams. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock, and the fadeaway is up and good. Russ, I think Alexandria's defense was solid for all 33 seconds there on that possession, but Sauk Rapids still scored.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people got to make a tough shot, and that's okay.
Blake Scholl missed on the three. Grady Butchert got the rebound, and now the Storm come back the other way, trailing by 20. Alexandria 35, Sauk Rapids Rice 15. Here is the three-point shot by Hassan. That's no good. Rebound to Talon Witt. Outlet ahead. Grady Starzl goes to the rack and gets fouled in the act of shooting. And free throws will be coming for Starzl. And Russ, it's interesting. Alexandria's got 35 points in basically 10 minutes and change, and these will be the first free throws of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We just made a lot of shots, and and we've been aggressive, and the ball has moved, and even our shots that haven't gone in have been within the flow and shots you'd want to take. So, Grady's another guy that, missed all of last week, obviously, with his illness, and has really, I think, had a good week, and especially Monday night. I thought he played really well. Tuesday again, so he's stacking good games as well, and that's only going to be, better as the year goes on here.
He makes the first free throw, and the second one is good as well. Alexandria builds the lead up to 22. It is 37-15. The Cardinals have not trailed in this game. First half, still about 7.5 minutes remaining. Out top, the Storm's Abdisalan Hassan dishes off to Isaiah Williams. Then backing in is Tylee Rudolph. Shot is up, too strong. Rebound to Starzl. Alexandria looking to push. Mason Witt with the ball. Now it comes around to Talon Witt Talon Witt now back out. Mason Witt has it, now to Hendricks. Then over to Scholl, now to Talon Witt, up the baseline, then across underneath, and I think we're going to have a foul called on the floor before Starzl can get positioned deep in the lane.
Yeah, and if you watch there, you're watching back home, the ball movement there, the ball goes from side to side. It never stays in one person's hand too long. The ball doesn't get sticky. We talked about that last night in the girls' game, and so, that was another really good possession, which led to a foul, and now we'll have an inbounds here underneath.
Second foul now on Abdisalan Hassan of Sauk Rapids Rice. Ball goes into the backcourt, and Thomas Hendricks will legally go back to retrieve it. Isaac Lee and Tylee Rudolph back into the game for the Storm. NBA range three for Mason Witt is off to the side. Rebound to Isaiah Williams, and the Storm have the basketball. Cardinals started the night 6 of 6 beyond the arc. Now we're going to have a foul on the floor. I see Braden Jevney is now into the game for Sauk Rapids Rice. Grady Starzl picks up the Alexandria Cardinal foul. That is his first and team foul number 6 in the half. Pass into Isaiah Williams. Alexandria showing a little bit of a zone here. Now a bounce pass intercepted. Thomas Hendricks gets the recovery. Then up ahead, Miles Gray unable to handle it. So a turnover each way.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's okay. They're playing. They're doing the right thing there. We get the turnover. Miles is hustling, and you know, that's certainly just one of those errors that you just, you know, it's a hustle play. So we'll come back here down here and do it again.
Yep, Alexandria 37, Sauk Rapids Rice 15. Rudolph gets it out now to Isaiah Williams. Then it's worked over to the left side. Jevney with it, further out to Isaiah Williams once again. Gets behind a screen. Berkeley Amoki now gets the touch. Flips it into the corner. Sauk Rapids Rice now down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams gets it in. Amoki looking to attack, and I think he got fouled, or, yep, I believe it's going to be a foul, and that's going to put Amoki on the line for 1 and the bonus.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 on Grady, unfortunately, now.
So Grady Starzl with 2 personal fouls, Gavin Roderick with 3. So Starzl's going to go to the bench. It's going to be Miles Gray, Talon Witt, Thomas Hendricks, Blake Scholl, and Mason Witt for Alexandria as the current 5 on the floor. Berkeley Amoki for Sauk Rapids Rice makes the first free throw, and Alexandria's lead is 21. Now we're going to have
Ty Miller's going to check in there for Tom.
So Ty Miller getting the opportunity to play here in the first half. Second free throw, no good. Did we have a lane violation? I believe we did.
Yeah, we had one of those last night too.
Yeah, and I think for all the basketball games we'd covered up until last night, I don't think we had a lane violation.
No, not at all.
To allow a second free throw, and yet it seems to be becoming more frequent here. And Berkeley Amoki takes advantage of that lane violation as he gets the free throw. Now Ty Miller will work the ball up the floor for the Alexandria Cardinals. 37-17 Alexandria. Here's Talon Witt beyond the arc, passing now to Miles Gray. Gray looking to take off, then it goes to the wing for Miller, and he knocks down a three-pointer. Ty Miller with the basket for Alexandria, and the Cardinals now have 40 here in the opening half.
Yeah, again, good basketball, sharing the basketball, finding the open man, knocking down the 3.
Now the 3 by Lee doesn't go, and the rebound to Blake Scholl of Alexandria. Now the Cardinals come back, flowing right to left here in this first half of play if you're watching on the YouTube channel. Now here is Miles Gray looking for an opening, gets it off to Mason Witt. He drains a three-pointer. Mason Witt scoring, and it's now 43-17 Alexandria. I believe that's now 11 made triples for Alexandria in the first half alone, and we still have 5 minutes to go in the half. Boy, the shooting touch has been tremendous for the Cardinals. Sauk Rapids Rice is going to get some points in the paint as Berkeley Amoki gets down inside and scores, and it's now 43-19 Alexandria.
And Berkeley's the younger brother of Hudson, who was one of their good seniors last year, who's playing basketball, or I think football, I should say, up at Bemidji State, and he was one of their good seniors, and I know Berkeley's, they're hoping for big things from him.
Here's a pass inside to Miles Gray. It comes back to Talon Witt, now to Mason Witt. Then to Talon, then back to Mason. Pocket 3, doesn't go. Rebound, oh, it's going to be a loose ball foul. And it's, I believe, going to go on Miles Gray, and we're going to go to the other end for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Yeah, I would say, in this first half, that's really the only thing. That's really the only negative, of course, is the amount of fouls that we've kind of chalked up here, and giving them a chance to get some kind of rhythm at the foul line. Another 1-and-1 here as Thomas will check in here for Blake.
Yep, so Blake Scholl sits down, Thomas Hendricks in. Grady Butchert comes back in for Sauk Rapids Rice. Berkeley Amoki will be the one at the free throw line. He's got 4 first half points here for the Storm. He needs to make the first to get the second, and he does not make the first, but then an offensive rebound for Tylee Rudolph, and Rudolph will clean up the garbage there, so it ends up being a 2-point possession anyway for Sauk Rapids Rice. The Cardinals now lead 43-21. Sauk Rapids Rice will show some zone here. The Cardinals work it around. Miller now to Talon Witt, to Mason Witt, left side, and he knocks down the three-pointer. Now it's interesting, the pattern for Mason tonight from three-point range, make, miss, make, miss, make.
Yeah, in that zone, if we swing the ball, they're going to have a hard time defending us.
46-21 Alexandria. Now here is Berkeley Amoki getting it out. Wise will shoot the three. That's off the front rim. Mason with the rebound, outlet ahead. Thomas Henricks on the front end gets the fast break basket for Alexandria.
Yeah, nice job there by Mason to secure the rebound, and then Tom with the run out. And, you know, it's we almost get another tip there.
Yep. Here is Wise getting the ball over to Grady Butchert. Now to Berkeley Amoki. A little spin move around the world. Shot doesn't go. Miles Gray with the rebound. Outlet ahead to Ty Miller, and he knocks down the medium range jumper. Oh, it seems like Sauk Rapids Rice is facing a monsoon of Alexandria offense tonight.
Well, I always say, you know, when you play the right way, it's got to be fun. And I think for these guys, they just have fun playing with each other, sharing the basketball. Another fast break opportunity.
Yep, after a turnover at the other end, so the Cardinals build the lead to 31, and we're under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. This certainly looks to be going the route of a mercy rule situation later on in the second half. No offense to Sauk Rapids Rice. This is a young team that is going to get better as the season goes along. But again, they're facing a state-ranked team in Class 4A, and Alexandria really hitting on a lot of cylinders right now. The basket by Berkeley Amoki trims the Alexandria lead under 30, but it goes right back over 30 as the pass goes to Miles Gray, and Gray attacks the basket and scores.
Yeah, just a simple play of Miles cutting to the basket, and Ty finding him leads to a layup. And it's just, you know, it's what you do when you don't have the ball in your hands. It's important as well, as I think that's got to be a travel.
Yep. So Wise kind of lost control, and then as he was looking to attack the basket, he may have slipped, and I think that caused the travel. Abdisalan Hassan and Parker Mertens will re-enter for the Storm, joined by Berkeley Amoki, Tylee Rudolph, and Owen Wise. 2 minutes to go in the half, and it's all Alexandria. The Cardinals up 54-23. Alexandria has Talon Witt, Ty Miller, Mason Witt, along with Miles Gray and Thomas Henricks on the floor. Now the ball goes over to Gray underneath, intended for Talon Witt, but stolen. And the Storm come back the other way, and I think we're going to have an offensive foul, as I think Ty Miller is going to take the charge there. He's the one that was getting in the way, and an offensive foul on Hassan will send him to the bench with 3 personal fouls.
Yeah, and Ty's going to get a big attaboy there from his teammates and coaches for taking that charge, and it takes a lot of courage to stand in there and take one. He did it that time.
What do you think about giving Ty Miller's defensive work there, forcing the turnover by taking the charge? How about that being Culver's play of the game worthy?
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. It's a defensive play in a night when the Cardinals are hitting almost everything they throw up. I think it's awesome that we can give that award to a defensive play.
Very good. So congratulations to Ty Miller. Taking that charge, it's our Culver's play of the game, brought to you by Culver's Restaurant of Alexandria. And ironically, Ty Miller just hit an outside shot of his own. But thanks to Culver's for sponsoring the play of the game. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Alexandria now leads 57-23 after the Ty Miller triple, and now we're going to have a stoppage here. Foul on Alexandria, and that's going to put the Storm on the line again.
The good news is Talon was about the only guy we had that didn't have a foul, so if he picked up one, that's his first. Again, it's the 9th team foul, so another 1-and-1 opportunity.
Yep, Berkeley Amoki is 2 for 3 from the free throw line this half. And are we going to have an offensive lane violation here? It will, so that free throw will not count, and the Storm will turn the ball over.
One on both sides. That's, again, a rarity that you hardly see anymore, but now we got one on both sides.
So Alexandria with a 34-point lead and the ball as we're about to go under a minute remaining in the first half. Ty Miller has gotten a lot of playing time here in this first half of play. Starter Gavin Roderick went to the bench early, picking up a couple of personal fouls and a tech. Now Mason Witt out top gets the ball to Miller. Miller to Mason Witt. Now down to Talon Witt. Now to Ty Miller. Shot in the lane. Bounces off the front rim and drops in. Ty Miller now with 10 off the bench for Alexandria. And it's 59-23 Cardinals.
Yeah, again, great offense. You know, you get a chance to watch that one back. And Ty just cut to the right spot where he had the opening, and we were patient and found him and knocked it down.
About a half a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Sauk Rapids Rice could work the shot clock down to the end and get the last shot. Now working inside is Berkeley Amoki, feeds it off, and that was a nice dish there by Amoki to Parker Mertens, who scores, and that will be the last basket of the half, as Alexandria will take a 34-point lead into intermission. Our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report is straight ahead after we enjoy a few words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage. We are at halftime in varsity boys basketball. The numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard have Alexandria leading Sauk Rapids Rice 59-25.
Join life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving.
I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
And at Alexandria Area High School with the Cardinal boys basketball team ranked 9th in Class 4A, and Alexandria is comfortably in front by a score of 59-25 over Sauk Rapids Rice in the first meeting of the year between these two teams. Along with our videographer, J.D. Johnson, filling in for J.P. Bodine tonight, and my broadcast partner, Russ Henricks, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. And Russ, a very impressive offensive display for the Alexandria Cardinals. I know we'll break down a few numbers momentarily, but again, it seems like Alexandria doing a lot of things well on the offensive end, almost like a well-oiled machine right now.
Absolutely. They're playing with just tremendous pace, tremendous tempo, sharing the basketball. The ball is not staying on one side of the floor. It's moving. They're rotating. They're cutting. And they're just doing everything that I think the coaches would want them to do. Now, you know, granted that at times this week there hasn't been a lot of resistance presented in front of them, but that's not your fault. Your job is just to play the game up to your standard, and the Cardinals have really done an amazing job this week and tonight again with 13 more threes and just phenomenal shooting. I don't know what our percentage was, but I'm sure it's pretty high.
Yes, I believe my unofficial numbers have Alexandria attempting 18, so You know, you're looking at about 71% accuracy from three-point range. Yes. I think most every basketball player would love to have numbers. I think a lot of people would love to be at 70% from the free throw line, but this is further back than the free throw line, like 19 feet 9 inches or something like that. But, yeah, Alexandria has been really solid. But, you know, defensively, I think the Cardinals have been able to, you know, not necessarily speed Sauk Rapids Rice up, but yet Alexandria has gotten its fair share of recoveries, and the Cardinals have done a nice job rebounding the ball too.
Absolutely. You know, I think defensively, you know, so much of our energy and our identity is in our defense. It's from the start of the game when we get into our 1-2-2 and our trapping and just making teams, as you said, speed up, not be comfortable. You know, we're not just settling back into a half-court defense and just letting them run their offense. Teams really never get into a flow when they play us, and you've seen that here again. And some of our defense leads to early offense, which is really an easy offense as well, which is one of the ways to score 59 points.
Let's go through some of the numbers, as Alexandria already has 3 players in double figures at halftime, and one is very, very close. And that one player, Gavin Roderick, sat a lot of the first half due to some foul issues. Mason Witt was 17, leading the way. His cousin Talon Witt went 5 of 5 beyond the arc for 15 points, and he got all that basically in about the first 7 minutes or so. 10 points for Ty Miller off the bench, 8 for Gavin Roderick, 5 for Miles Gray. Thomas Hinrichs with 2 points apiece for Alexandria. And Blake Scholl played in the first half but did not score for the Cardinals. Rapids Rice had 7 different players score in the opening half. Berkeley Amoki is leading the way for the Storm with 8 points. Junior, and was 2 of 3 from the line. 6 for Isaiah Williams. Then the scoring dropped off, a 3-point basket for Grady Bouchert to represent his scoring. 2 is 2 apiece for Owen Wise, Abdisalan Hassan, Parker Mertens, and Tylee Rudolph. Alexandria with the edge on the glass, out rebounding Sauk Rapids Rice 16-7. Fouls in the first half. The Cardinals committed 9, Sauk Rapids Rice 5. The Storm had the edge in free throws shot, 6 compared to 2 for Alexandria. The Cardinals made both of their free throws. Sauk Rapids Rice 3 of 6 beyond the arc. We talked about the deadly three-point shooting for Alexandria. 13 of 18 for the Cardinals from three-point range. Sauk Rapids Rice 2 of 11. 9 turnovers in the half for the Storm, 5 for Alexandria. No ties or lead changes. Alexandria's led the game throughout. And the second half is now on the horizon with the Cardinals in front by 34. It's Alexandria 59, Sauk Rapids Rice 25. That is the mid-game report brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods in Alexandria. Right now on our latent media platforms, including the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube and on KXRA Radio, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat. It's the right time for a getaway. It's the right time for a getaway. Let's get away.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Basketball at Alexandria Area High School. Thanks for joining us tonight as you watch on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Special thanks to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor. This is People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, on your AM dial at 1490, on your FM dial at 100.3 and 105.7. Streaming as well with the audio through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Sauk Rapids Rice gets the ball to start the second half, and Isaiah Williams will go to the basket where he gets fouled by Thomas Hinrichs, and Williams, the 6'2 junior guard, makes the first free throw. 59-26, Alexandria in front early in this second half of play. Second free throw off the rim, offensive rebound. Berkeley Amoki gets it off to Williams, now back to Amoki. His shot is off the window and in. So that ends up being a three-point possession there for Sauk Rapids Rice.
Yeah, it's certainly not the way we wanted to start there, giving up an offensive rebound and giving them a second chance opportunity.
Here is Thomas Hinrichs dishing over to Talon Witt. Out now to Mason Witt. Straight on three is good. And that now puts Alexandria at 14 of 19 unofficially from three-point range, better than 75%. 62-28 Alexandria. Now here is Isaiah Williams getting the ball to the left side. Hassan's triple doesn't go. Gavin Roderick with the defensive rebound. He'll dribble it into the front court, then feed to Hinrichs. Further out to Mason Witt. Mason Witt, spin move, now feeding to Gavin Roderick. Then it comes back to Mason Witt. Now to Roderick again, working from the left side. He'll attack the basket, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. So we will see free throws 3 and 4 shot by the Alexandria Cardinals tonight.
Yeah, and I like that from Gavin. I like how he, was able to drive and get to the hoop and get himself to the foul line here. After having sat all that time, it's important, I think, that he gets going right away here offensively.
And he sinks the first free throw. Alexandria started 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. It's the Cardinals 63, Sauk Rapids Rice 28. DMAC and Russ Hinrichs on the play-by-play call. Second free throw no good. I guess the DMAC jinx even works when the score is lopsided one way or the other. Berkeley Omoki with the defensive rebound. Now to Williams. His three is no good. And then the ball took a high bounce off the back rim and then off one of the standards up above. So the possession goes back to the Alexandria Cardinals.
When you play the Cardinals, you're going to have to hit some shots from the outside. You're going to have to make some threes because you know that we are going to, and that's going to be 4 on Gavin here.
Yep, I believe that's an offensive foul on the Alexandria Cardinals, Gavin Roderick. So Gavin, among the leading scorers on the team, he and Mason Witt each average about 27 a contest, but Gavin Roderick has had major minutes of being a spectator, although he stays on the court right now with the 4 personals.
Yeah, I don't think we got to the substitution, got to the bench in time, but
now a turnover on the Storm and another made 3 for Mason Witt. So Mason Witt scores, and Alexandria now 15 of 20 beyond the arc.
And Gavin just has to be smart here. Obviously, I don't think the result of this one is in question, but he certainly would like to play a little bit, and so just not picking up that 5th foul here.
Cardinals lead 66-28. Here's Berkeley Amoki getting the ball off to Wise. Wise then tried to pass through the lane. It's intercepted. Here's Gavin Roderick feeding to Talon Witt, and Witt will score on the transition layup.
Yeah, nice job again. Just good defense leads to easy offense.
Alexandria by 40, and we are not yet 3 minutes into the second half. 68-28 for the Cardinals. Here is Hassan with the triple, and that's good. Abdisalan Hassan with the basket, his second one of the night, and he now has 5 points. 68-31, the Cardinals with the lead. Here is a pass to Thomas Hinrichs, and then he tried to feed it off, and it's intercepted. Wise into the lane, the little finger roll shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound for Williams. Meanwhile, Thomas Hinrichs is down on the floor at the other end. It's like a power play here for the Storm, and Owen Wise will make the three, and that's going to prompt a timeout so that Thomas Hinrichs, this will be an official timeout while he gets checked over. For our late media platforms, we're going to make this a 1-minute break, 60-second timeout here.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
As we come back to the live action at Alexandria Area High School, the Cardinals are able to expand on their lead. Talon Witt missed a three-pointer, but Miles Gray got an offensive rebound and a basket. Alexandria leads 70-34. The Storm are going to counter with a Tylee Rudolph basket at the other end. Fortunately, Thomas Hinrichs was able to head over. He left the floor very quickly, prompting the official timeout. So we'll hopefully get some good news a little bit later on Thomas Hinrichs.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Just kind of rolled the ankle a little bit and get up and hopefully get back into the game here. As again, the Cardinals here 70-36, 13-48. Just going to try here, obviously, to be smart and continue to play good basketball and make the right play and finish this one out here the right way.
Blake Scholl now on the floor, joined by Talon Witt, Mason Witt, Miles Gray, and Gavin Roderick. Here's Roderick working his way into the lane, and we're going to have a bump called here. I believe it's going to be a Storm foul. And this will go, I think, on Calvin Lambert. That will be his second foul. Each team now with 2 team fouls in the second half. And Talon Witt gets the ball into Mason Witt. Ball worked around the perimeter. Now back to Talon Witt. Talon looking to drive, then feeds off. Mason Witt has it, slashing to the basket, and he lays it in.
Yeah, beauty play there by Mason. Being aggressive, going right to the hoop.
Alexandria 72, Sauk Rapids Rice 36. We are in the second half in boys basketball at Alexandria Area High School. Cardinals will be 7-0 in the Central Lakes Conference when this night is done. Gavin Roderick gets the steal and a jam at the other end as the lead increases to 38. So a turnover on Sauk Rapids Rice means points for the Cardinals. Both of Gavin Roderick's 2-point baskets have been flushes tonight. He also has a couple of three-pointers, so he's now in double figures. Now at the other end, a three-point shot rattles out. Offensive rebound by Lambert. And another look here. And then the three-pointer right side by Isaac Lee doesn't go, and then Blake Scholl is going to get the defensive rebound for Alexandria. Boy, Sauk Rapids Rice has had some open looks at three-point range, but not nearly the accuracy that the Cardinals have had. Gavin Roderick misses a three-pointer, and then Blake Scholl able to back tap to keep the ball in play. And we're going to have Berkeley Amoki picking up a Sauk Rapids Rice foul.
And that's his third, huh?
Yeah, I believe so. So now we're going to have a stoppage here. I believe Jason Allen is going to accommodate the media in attendance tonight and call a full timeout. So we're going to make it a 1-minute break of our own. 12:24 remains in tonight's game. Your numbers on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard have Alexandria leading Sauk Rapids Rice 74-36.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria. Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage helping to bring you our play-by-play tonight. It's boys basketball on the docket. On the inbound, the three-point shot by Mason Witt doesn't go, but Gavin Roderick secures a rebound, attacks the basket, and scores. So Roderick now with the Baker's dozen tonight, and the lead is up to 40 at 76-36. The Storm do get it across the timeline. Sauk Rapids Rice has Grady Bouchard along with Abdi Salan Hassan on the floor. Bouchard's three-point shot no good. Calvin Lambert, Isaac Lee, and Berkeley Amoki on the court for the Storm. Alexandria has the ball back after the missed shot, and now here's Grady Starzl back in, working to the rack, and he got fouled. And he kind of floated across the lane, trying to avoid having his shot blocked, and he got fouled. So 2 free throws will be coming, and it's foul number 4 on Berkeley Amoki.
Yeah, good strong move there by Grady to the rim, and you know, I know that's what the coaches are looking to see for him. Just he's such a strong and big basketball player, and just using his force and playing with confidence in there, and that's really good move to the basket.
Starzl's only points have come from the free throw line tonight, where he has started 3 for 3. Berkeley Amoki will check out as Parker Mertens comes back in for Sauk Rapids Rice. 77-36 Alexandria. Second half. Free throw on the way is good, so Grady did not succumb to the DMAC jinx, which was hovering in the building. Now here's Mertens getting it up ahead to a teammate, but it's intercepted. Gavin Roderick gets it off to Mason Witt, who will put it in, and he gets fouled. And a free throw will be coming for the Cardinals senior captain, Mason Witt.
Yeah, nice job there again, just getting to the basket. I mentioned to you, DMAC, that we got to 100 points with about 8-9 minutes to go on Tuesday, so we're inching that way there.
Yeah, 80-36 now for Alexandria. And I think Grady Starzl over near the Alexandria bench here.
Yeah, Coach Granding has given them a little tutorial there.
Okay, excellent. So free throw is good.
I'm sure that was an animated discussion. Coach Granding, he does a wonderful job with, defensively. He kind of helps us get our defense organized and drawn on the whiteboard there. And I know I enjoy always hearing those conversations that Coach Granding has with his players all the way going back to the fall in football.
Right, yep, and I tell you what, he is definitely a favorite in the spring season with the track and field team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Working with the shot putters and the discus athletes and everything. Talon Witt sinks a right corner three. He had started 6 for 6, and then he had a rare miss, and now he sinks a three, and it's 84-36.
Yeah, I hope we get a chance at home to watch that one. Just the skip across the court to Talon, who's in that corner over there, and that's the one spot that's just not guardable in that zone that they're playing, and Talon knocks it down.
Now Wise will try a three. That's off the front rim. Talon Witt with the defensive rebound. Cardinals looking to push into the corner. Mason Witt knocks down a three-pointer. Boy, Alexandria continues to convert a high percentage of three-point shots. I guess that helps get you closer to the century mark. It's now a 51-point Alexandria lead. Right side with it is Isaac Lee, and he knocks down his first triple of the night. He had attempted 5 previously, but he makes that one. Blake Scholl tries a three. That's no good. Long rebound, and Grady Starzl will track it down. Now to Gavin Roderick. It's Roderick, Mason Witt, Talon Witt, Grady Starzl, and Blake Scholl for Alexandria. Now a skip pass over into the left corner. Starzl's triple doesn't go. Blake Scholl tried to tap the ball up. Isaac Lee gets the defensive rebound. 87-39. Last minute of stoppage time here as we're under 10 remaining in the game. Here's a three-point shot. That doesn't go for Isaac Lee. Offensive rebound, and that means we're going to have, as a follow-up shot does not go, I think we're going to have a free throw opportunity here for Parker Mertens. Talon Witt will pick up the foul, and that is number 2 for him. Couple of free throws here for Parker Mertens. First one on the way, and it's good. Sauk Rapids Rice now 5 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Scholl checks out as Miles Gray is back in, and Thomas Hendricks re-enters the game for Alexandria.
Yeah, I got he's taped up, ready to go here. So
second free throw doesn't go. Ball secured by Mason Witt. Now to Talon Witt, back to Mason Witt. To the left side to Starzl, now to Miles Gray, working into the lane, and his finger roll shot is good.
Yeah, such good basketball there. Miles just curling around. We found him. Nice job.
89-40, Alexandria in front. Cardinals will move to 9-3 once this game is done. Shot danced on the rim by Mertens, didn't fall. Cardinals with the rebound. Up ahead, Talon Witt gets it off Miles Gray, a little spin move. Finger roll shot is good for Gray.
Yeah, great footwork there by Miles. And I know Coach Granting, I saw them giving each other a little high five down there. They've been working on their post moves, I heard in practice, and that was a nice post move there by Miles.
Alexandria 91, Sauk Rapids Rice 40 in the second half. And we are into the mercy rule now. The running time will be the feature unless the teams stop play. Isaac Lee will make a three for the Storm. He is now 2 of 8 beyond the arc for his 6 points. Now here's Talon Witt getting it over to Mason Witt. That three no good, and then the follow-up by Starzl no good. Gets another rebound. That's off the back rim. So 0 for 3 on that possession for Alexandria. Now at the other end, Owen Wise does a ball fake to get Miles Gray airborne. And I believe Wise is going to get a couple of free throws here.
I laugh because Grady's working so hard. He's working so hard to rebound, and you can see it even from our vantage point, the frustration on his face, and that he wants so bad to try to get that going. But again, he's working so hard and doing a lot of good things, and those are going to go. And he's really doing a good job there of rebounding. As Max Jansen's going to check in, and we got 5 seniors on the floor here again.
Excellent. So, and no free throws by Owen Wise. The foul occurred on the floor. Here is Isaiah Williams looking to attack, and now I believe we have a foul here. Again, I don't think that's going to be a shooting foul here. Another one on the floor.
I think so too here. That's going to be on Miles, his third.
So Alexandria's Thomas Henricks is going to check out. Now we're going to see Barron Amborn into the game here. So it's Amborn along with Talon Witt, Mason Witt, Miles Gray, all on the floor. Inbound pass is good. The shot is good, and that's Parker Mertens scoring. 91-45 now the score for the Alexandria Cardinals. Here's Mason Witt floating down into the lane, getting the pass from Amborn, and a foul got called before the shot was taken. Finley Wilkie now into the game for Sauk Rapids Rice, picks up the foul.
Now these fouls are going to keep, that score from getting up there a little bit, but it's gotten a little bit sloppy here.
Yep, loose ball, and the Storm have it back. Berkeley Amoki back in with the 4 fouls, almost lost the dribble there. Now here is Isaac Lee. Now it comes back out to Amoki. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the game. Alexandria leads by 46 points. Here out top is Parker Mertens. He'll pass to the left side now to Tylee Rudolph. Rudolph looking to drive, and he got fouled, and this will put the Storm. Nope, I'm sorry, that's only the 16th foul, so that is the second on Mason Witt. Each team now with 6 fouls here tonight.
Now we've had kind of barrage of fouls here the last few minutes, and as Blake and Grady are going to come back in along with Levi Gibson as well.
Excellent. So Coach Forrest Witt able to go deeper on his bench here. Alexandria 91, Sauk Rapids Rice 45. Bounce pass in, and it's deflected out. Max Jansen fronting the Storm's Finley Wilkie there, and another pass in for Sauk Rapids Rice. And do we get the 5-second count? Almost. Pass in, and Finley Wilkie did a nice job along the sideline avoiding stepping out of bounds. Doing a little tiptoe act over there. Now here's Wilkie looking to drive. Now Amoki has it. Down to just a few seconds on the shot clock, and we're going to have a foul called, and this will put the Storm on the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. And this foul will be on Levi Gibson, and 1 in the bonus forthcoming here for Sauk Rapids Rice. First one on the way, it is good for Berkeley Amoki. So he will be awarded the bonus. Alexandria 91, Sauk Rapids Rice 46. Second free throw doesn't go. Grady Starzl with the defensive rebound. Now off to Barron Amborn, who will walk it into the front court. Those two joined by Blake Scholl, Levi Gibson, and Max Jansen. The pass goes inside where Starzl scores. And was that Max Jansen on the helper there? Or?
Yes, absolutely. Max did a nice job there. A nice entry pass, and good. Got it into Grady to put it up. So nice job there by Max, and good to see Grady get one there.
So it's 93-46 Alexandria. Now the Storm's Finley Wilkie advances the ball into the front court. Goes to Grady Bouchert. Bouchert across the lane to Mertens, and he'll put it in. Good jump stop there by Mertens, cutting to the basket there to get the score. And Mertens now with 7 points tonight. 93-48, Alexandria. Starzl leaning in. His shot is up and in. Well, Grady Starzl now has 2 baskets this half and 2 free throws. He's up to 8. If he gets to double figures, I think that would be 6 different Alexandria players with 10 or more tonight. 95-48, Alexandria. Now the ball comes into the corner for Bouchert. Bouchert will curl in, feed out to Mertens. Mertens with a little spin move, up and under, shot altered. It goes out of bounds. Possession will belong to Sauk Rapids Rice. Scholl will leave the game for Alexandria, as will Starzl, so it looks like Grady might finish with 8 on the night. Graham Odland, 1 substitution, and then Ethan Bizey, I believe, now into the game for the Cardinals.
And I think these are his first varsity minutes of the year. Ethan and the JV group, much like they've done each of the past few years, is having another good season. That JV2 group is also having another good year, as are the 9th graders. So again, once this season, once this group of seniors, which have won a lot of games, moves on, the cupboard is not bare. There's a really good group still coming, and that's a credit to the coaches, obviously, and our youth programs that just continue to churn out a bunch of good basketball players.
Finley Wilkie made both free throws for Sauk Rapids Rice, and it's 95-50. Alexandria is going to take this one gate to wire for win number 9 on the year. Keep in mind, Alexandria still has not reached the midpoint of the regular season. That will come next week. Now we're going to have a foul called, and I believe this is going to put the Cardinals on the line as Finley Wilkie picks up the personal, and that will be his second. Bonus in effect now, and this will send Max Jansen to the line for a 1-and-1. Free throw is up, off the back rim, and rebounded by Parker Mertens of Sauk Rapids Rice. So still a 45-point Cardinals lead. Here is Beckham Matthews, I should say, working his way to the basket, and he scores. So he's into the scoring column. Baron Damborn gets it off. The layup by Bisey doesn't go. Follows up his own miss. That doesn't go. And a rebound here for Sauk Rapids Rice.
Yeah, and it's always good, you know, when those JV guys come in, those varsity guys have been playing, they cheer loud for them because they've been in that spot themselves.
95-54 in favor of the Alexandria Cardinals. Here's a three in the right corner for Butchert. That is good. Sauk Rapids, or actually Alexandria, is going to take a timeout just to get some different people into the game. Looks like Teddy Sandstedt is going to come onto the court for Alexandria. Two other players in. I think Talon Sinning is now in.
And then Remy Brewston as well.
Okay, very good. So Remy Brewston getting some playing time late here. I think Sauk Rapids Rice will get a couple of other players onto the court as well. And I think one of them has a number that I don't see on the game program here.
Well, last night we had a Sue. Now tonight that's a Tim.
Yes.
We don't know his name,
Right.
so we're going to call him Tim.
We know Wyatt Ackerman is getting some court time here for the Storm. Gibson handling the basketball as we're in the final minute of the game. Now a three-point shot, and that's good. So the Sinning will knock down the triple for the Alexandria Cardinals. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was going to say. You took the words right out of my mouth, the way it's been tonight, and just, you know, one after another, just putting it up there and putting it in.
98-57 the score. Now Wyatt Ackerman has it left side. Now it comes down toward Matthews. Further out to the young man named, giving him the nickname Tim.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's a three that was deflected out of bounds. It's going to go back to Alexandria. And
what do we got here? They're calling something. Oh, they're going to call a foul. And
oh, okay, so he was fouled in the act of shooting the three. So foul gets called on Teddy Sandstedt, and that's going to put Finley Wilkie on the line where he has made both of his free throws tonight, and I think he gets awarded three.
I think that's the way it is, yeah.
Now you've got one of these dilemmas here. It's always fun when a team gets to 100 points, but is it rubbing it in if you're Alexandria and you try to shoot the ball on the next possession?
I don't think they will. So I think Forrest will tell them just to get the ball over the timeline, and that'll be good enough. Yeah, that'll be good enough because they could have kept the clock going, but they stop it for the free throw, and so.
Yep, Finley Wilkie made them all, and it could very well be that 98-60 will end up being the final tonight. So Alexandria had the offense in high octane once again. So for the 3 games this week, Alexandria in going 3-0 with wins over Ricori, Brainerd, and Sauk Rapids Rice. The Cardinals averaged 99.7 points per game. Tonight's final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard reads Alexandria 98, Sauk Rapids Rice 60. The Cardinals now 7-0 in the Central Lakes Conference, 9-3 overall. Sauk Rapids Rice falls to 5-8, and the Storm now 2-6 in the CLC. For our operators, including JD, our videographer, and Jackson back at the KXRA studio, we still have the 2 30-second breaks during the second half play-by-play. Combine those with the break that follows, so that means we are about 4 minutes away from starting up our post-game report presented by Juttner Motors in Alexandria. But right now, we'll enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. Is it okay if I sneak behind you?
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels.
give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
A successful win isn't about the score, it's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Enjoy life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard, we build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind. Because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
Okay, we're about 30 seconds, so. At Alexandria Area High School tonight, the Cardinal boys basketball team pulls a win over Sauk Rapids Rice, narrowly missing the century mark by just 2 points. Alexandria prevails over Sauk Rapids Rice 98-60. We welcome you to our Jutner Motors post-game report here on our Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. We've got the KXRA audio as well mixed in with our YouTube feed, and we appreciate you joining us through terrestrial radio as well. Along with Russ Hendricks, I am DMAC Dave McClurg, and we're joined by our Quality Toyota Cardinal player of tonight's game. That is senior guard and captain Mason Witt. Again, Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls brings you our post-game interview segments. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? Visit anytime online at qualitytoyota.net, or the next time you're in Fergus Falls, you can stop by their showroom on West Lincoln Avenue. Mason, for those that might be listening to the radio tonight and not watching on YouTube, when you do suit up on game night, what is your number?
Number 0.
And I believe you've had 0 now for a few years, is that correct?
Yeah, ever since my sophomore year.
Very good. Congratulations on completing a perfect week. Your team is still undefeated in the Central Lakes Conference. You know, another explosive offensive performance, and that seems to be a theme as of late. Why is the offense working so well right now, Mason?
I think, just being fully healthy really helps us. Talon's getting back, and, our chemistry out there too. The starting 5, me, Tom, Talon, Gavin, and Miles, we've been playing with each other ever since 3rd, 4th grade. So we've just had that chemistry, and then it just builds on to everybody else too. And it's fun when we have that chemistry together and sharing the ball like that.
It seems you had a situation, I know one of those good friends and one of your 5 starters, got into a little foul difficulty, but yet Coach Witt can go to the bench, and, whether it's Blake Scholl or, Ty Miller stepped up, really had a nice productive first half. How do you feel about, the rotation that's being developed now that your team is getting back closer to full strength?
We just have a lot of depth. I think we have a lot of depth, and we have a lot of good JV players that we can trust and come in and make good plays, just like Ty did tonight. And we have a lot of those guys, and it really helps when you have depth like that. You can count on anybody to come in and make some plays.
Mason, I know that you're one of the captains for this year's Alexandria boys basketball team, and I think that's a pretty special feeling. And then, of course, your father happens to be the head coach of the team. But how do you feel about being a leader and a captain of this year's Cardinal basketball team?
I don't know. I mean, the captain thing, I don't know. Just every practice, just coming out here and just uplifting guys and making sure we're working hard. That's kind of the role of a captain, I'd say. So, me and Talon, I think we're doing a good job of that, and we're just, on the court too, and it's just helping us go on a little roll here, and, we're starting to figure it out and, playing a lot better than we were before.
Do you feel you have to be a vocal leader, or do you feel that you and Talon kind of lead by how you demonstrate yourself on the court, that you can lead by example, maybe actions rather than words?
Yeah, lead by example, but, being vocal too really helps, and, just talking to guys when they maybe make a mistake and uplifting them, I think that's really important.
Mason, I might have a couple of questions for you on the other side, but I would be remiss if I didn't let my good friend and broadcast partner, Russ Hendricks, get involved in the interview. So, Russ, take it away.
Yeah, Mace, great job tonight. You talked a little bit about the 5 of you being out there, obviously, and I asked Tanya tonight, just your memories, going back through in basketball, and obviously a state championship last year. Just what are some of those great memories that you're going to have of, playing with your buddies and your friends and your teammates?
What did you say?
What are some of your memories that, some of those
what
best
are
memories?
Some of my memories?
Yeah.
Other than the state championship, I'd say that's probably my best memory with basketball. Just the hotels and all the tournaments growing up, AYBC. I'd say those memories, and winning a state championship in 7th grade, that was pretty special to us back in that time. But just all those, just growing up with everybody and all the hotels and tournaments, and made a lot of memories, and still more to come.
Absolutely. You talk about, you've always been, obviously, you're shooting and you're scoring over 27 points a game. And again, tonight you hit 6 threes. But I think there's other facets of your game that have really, started to come. I think your rebounding has just been, tremendous here throughout the year. And especially with Talon being out, you also had to take on more of a ball handling role, right? So what are some of the things in your game that you've really been working on over the last year to improve as a basketball player?
I'd say lifting. That's been helpful, just getting stronger, and that helps with speed and all the other stuff. But I'd say, I work on my passing too.
Yep.
And entry passing and stuff like that, because that's important too.
Yep.
And so, I think when, I'm out there, it just comes to me. I don't really, need to focus on, working on passing or rebounding, whatever too much. It just comes with it. And yeah.
Absolutely. You had a great, obviously, football season for us, as a receiver and a D-back. And, just as your overall, as you look past this senior year, I know that I talked to D-Mac and I talked a little bit about, on the Star Tribune, they talked about, you still are not committed and you're still looking and you've had a great year. Just what's next for Mason? I know you're still kind of looking, but what are some of the options that you think you're going to have? What would be your goals if you could say, this is what I want to do next year? How would that look?
I don't really know. I mean, just keep working hard, really, and see what comes. I mean, that's kind of the goal. Just see what happens for me, and just trust the work and the plan for me. So, yeah.
Well, you've had a great senior year so far, and I think you're doing a great job of leading this team, and you guys are just getting better every week.
Yeah.
Obviously, next week will be fun, right? We got some games on the road, and so. Great job tonight again, and just keep it going.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet, buddy. Love you.
Of course.
Mason, your team does not get to defend the Class AAA state title because Alexandria got placed in Class 4A this year. So you're actually in a section where Moorhead is the defending section champion. But, the road to get to state could be a little bit challenging along the way. But do you feel Alexandria could be a favorite to come out of Section 8 in your new section?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I don't really have any worries about that. I think continue to come out here, play like we're playing, keep building on to our chemistry, and I think we can really beat anybody in the state. I mean, I think we probably have the best chemistry in the state. We don't have any transfers. We just have guys that have been together for years and years, and it works. So
when you see the comparative landscape, not only in the Twin Cities metro area, but it happens in the St. Cloud area as well, how gratifying is it to be with people that you've grown up with? I mean, granted, different people might move in and everything like that, but you don't have a situation with your program where you might have teammates who are playing at their third high school in 4 years.
Yeah, I think that's really special for us because we know everybody so well. We don't have a new guy come in here and then, kind of adjusts different things. And, we've just been playing with each other for so long. So it just helps us out a lot. And not many other teams in the state, especially like 4A, have teams like that where they've just been playing with each other ever since, elementary school or whenever. That helps.
I know this might be a difficult question to answer, Mason, but gosh, you've been a part of 3 state tournament teams in basketball. I think 3 state tournament teams in football as well. So you've been on teams where you've had, a lot of eyeballs focused on you and your teammates, and the lights are brighter on that state tournament level. Why is it that Alexandria does have the level of success that it does when the games get really important, when you get to state in March or in football in November?
We just got a lot of special players. We got great coaches. And so, that's a big helpful piece for us. And, that's the goal for this year again, obviously, get back to state. So.
Very good. Mason, congratulations on the terrific performance tonight.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to watch you, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, D-Mac.
There is Mason Witt from the Alexandria Cardinal boys basketball team, our quality Toyota Cardinal athlete player of tonight's game. Alexandria prevails over Sauk Rapids Rice, 98-60. We've got more of our Jottner Motors post-game report, but right now on our latent media platforms, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. All right. Very good. So, Mason.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria. Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving.
I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Conference opponents, playing on the MLK holiday on Monday against a team from Wisconsin, and then I think Wilmer comes up on the schedule for the first time next week. So the Cardinals will have some good challenges coming up, but they seem to be in a good groove right now.
Absolutely, and you can only play the teams that are in front of you, the ones that are on the schedule. So, I think for the Cardinals, they had a really good week. Obviously, they played 3 really good games, 3 conference wins. Just keep kind of getting that flow after Christmas here, and we talked a couple weeks ago, or I think even last week, or maybe Monday, I guess it was. It feels like last week, but Monday, about just when the Cardinals got out of Christmas break a year ago, how they really went on a run, and it kind of feels like they're positioning themselves to do that again. And so that's a good week, 3 good wins, but next week will be a challenge. I mean, Monday's game, their team's very good. We don't know a ton about them. I should say. Obviously, have not played them. Know that they gave Wayzata a good battle, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then you go to Wilmer and then Bemidji on Thursday, and that's a long trip. And they just beat Moorhead last night, and they have a couple of really good players that we know a lot about. So there's a lot left to be said about this season yet, but I like the direction right now that this team is going.
Let's check out some of the unofficial numbers in this victory for the Alexandria Cardinals. Alexandria would have 5 players finish in double figures tonight. Our post-game guest, Mason Witt, leading the way with 28. Talon Witt, Mason's cousin, 23 points tonight. Gavin Roderick with 13. Miles Gray with 11. And Ty Miller with 10. Ty scored all of those in the first half. Grady Starzl almost became the 6th Alexandria player in double figures. He would end up with 8 on the night. And then after that, you had Talon Sinning with a late three-pointer, and Thomas Hinrichs had a first-half basket in transition for Alexandria to make the team total 98. Mason Witt with 28, Talon Witt with 23, Gavin Roderick 13, Miles Gray with 11, Ty Miller 10, Grady Starzl 8, Talon Sinning with a triple, Thomas Hinrichs with 2, Graham Odland, Max Jansen, Remy Brewston, Baron Damborn, along with Teddy Sandstad and Blake Scholl played tonight. Ethan Bisey also got some court time. That last group of players we mentioned did not score. Team total 98. The Sauk Rapids Rice Storm, can you believe it? The Storm scored 60, and I'm missing 2 on my score sheet somewhere. So that's the way it Alexandria scores 98, and I can account for all those, but I can't account for the full 60 for the Storm. One player in double figures, that was Berkeley Amoki. He ended up with 11 points, including 8 in the opening half. Isaac Lee knocked down a couple of three-pointers. Sauk Rapids Rice had a bunch of people with 5, 6, and 7 points, so they got participation. But again, only one player in double figures. Isaiah Williams ends up with a total of 7 on the night, 7 as well for Parker Mertens, 6 apiece for Isaac Lee and Grady Bouchert, 5 apiece for Owen Wise and Abdi Salan Hassan, and then 4 for Tylee Rudolph and 2 for Beckham Matthews. Braden Jevney played tonight but did not score. Wyatt Ackerman got into the game late and did not score as well. Amoki with 11, 7 apiece for Williams and Mertens, 6 for Lee, 6 for Bouchert, 5 apiece for Wise and Hassan, 5 as well for Finley Wilkie. He did all his damage at the free throw line in tonight's game. 4 for Tylee Rudolph and 2 for Matthews, the team total 60. Alexandria had a nice advantage on the glass tonight, just trying to figure out the Sauk Rapids Rice rebounding numbers. But again, because Alexandria was shooting so well from the floor, the Storm didn't get a whole lot of rebounds in the game. Unofficially, I had Alexandria with 33 rebounds compared to 16 for Sauk Rapids Rice. Nobody in double figures rebounding for Alexandria, but boy, a lot of people rebounding by committee. Miles Gray with 6 boards. Mason Witt, 4 rebounds. Talon Witt, 4 rebounds. Grady Starzl, 6 rebounds. 3 boards for Blake Scholl. 5 rebounds for Gavin Roderick tonight. So a lot of different people getting their hands on basketballs after missed shots. Total fouls in the game. Each team got into double figures on the night, and that meant a few free throws. Sauk Rapids Rice ended up taking, I believe, 17 free throws on the night, and the Storm would make 11 of the 17. Alexandria 6 of 8. The Storm ended up knocking down, I believe, a total of 7 three-point shots, and Sauk Rapids Rice ended up taking, I believe, 23 from three-point range. And Russ Hinrichs, again, Mason and I were talking about this, and you were chiming in, as we got into the break right out in front of our segment here. The Cardinals were over 60% from three-point range, and that wasn't just 3 of 5. It was, according to my unofficial numbers, 18 of 29 from distance.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can, for one, get up 29 threes and make over 60% of them, it's pretty cool. And this team, and that comes from just sharing the basketball, right? Moving the basketball side to side. And a cute moment here with the group, our group of seniors, they came on out and they all brought their AYBC jerseys from when they played together when they were in youth basketball. They're all pretty tight, all pretty small, but they took a picture as we got senior night coming up next week. So it's just cool. It's such a good group, and they've been together for such a long time. And it's so much fun to see them out there playing together and doing the thing they love. And you can see it on their faces, and you can see in the way they play that they enjoy playing with each other. They enjoy playing the game of basketball together. And, you asked Mason about, why that, we've had the success we've had. And I just think, our kids are, and I can say this too from football, they just love to compete. They love to compete. And when they come out there, there's a scoreboard. And the objective is to win. And they know that if they play together and they play with that joy, that more times than not, they're going to come out on top. And it's so much fun to watch.
A couple of other statistical numbers before we wrap up. 14 turnovers on the night for Sauk Rapids Rice. And again, another reason why it's so enjoyable to watch this Alexandria boys basketball team play. The Cardinals nearly got to the century mark and only turned the ball over 7 times. So they are finishing off a lot of shots, or even if the shots aren't falling, they're having a lot of positive possessions.
Absolutely. And, they understand what the objective is, and they're very well coached. I mean, they have a great plan. This group has a tremendous plan. And, it's so much fun to watch them out there. And, I don't know where this is going to end for the group, and they win a state championship in 4A, who knows? But I tell you this, whoever beats them is going to have to earn it, and it's going to be exciting to go here over these next 6 weeks, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I follow some of the comparative scores from the Twin Cities, and defending state champion Wayzata lost to Maple Grove earlier a week, maybe a week and a half ago, and Alexandria played right with Maple Grove up here. You obviously saw the Cardinals play Cretin-Durham Hall, another highly ranked team in Class 4A. That was less than a 10-point separation between the teams. If the Cardinals can be fortunate enough to come out of Section 8, and, I think the road to get to state may be a little more challenging than it's been the last couple of years, but Alexandria can compete with the big schools that they might meet down in the Twin Cities if they're fortunate enough to get there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't take anything for granted. I mean, those teams, Bemidji, Moorhead, when we saw Elk River earlier this year, and we don't know much about Monticello, but we know that those teams, they're going to be gunning for us. And so we're going to have to play our best basketball at the end of the year. There's no doubt about that. And, I'm excited to see us match up against Bemidji next week. But, you mentioned all those Metro teams. This group they've played against all those kids, too, from the time they were younger. So, they're not starstruck or in awe of anybody. And so they'll battle you, and they'll fight, and they'll compete. And, you just can never take that for granted as a coach or as a fan, that they're going to give you everything they got every single night.
Russ, are you up for another one on Saturday?
Let's do one more. I'm going to go home and rest my voice. And the hardest part is going to be just getting in the car and getting home. It's so darn cold. But, yeah, it's awesome. It's great to be here. And, great job tonight. I know we had our backup guy doing the job on the filming, and great job tonight. It's awesome to have you doing that, and we appreciate that, Eddie. And it's I can't tell you how much, my parents appreciate that, and I know Patty's mom appreciates that, this ability for them to watch the game, and hear us at the same time. So it's awesome. I look forward to tomorrow. And then till then, it's less than what time is it? We'll be back here at about noon. So about 14 hours. We'll see you again. So until then, go Cards.
Very good. That is Russ Hinrichs, my basketball broadcast partner throughout the winter season. And the gentleman that's been behind the video camera tonight, J.D. Johnson. The hero of the night for our Leighton Media presentation. We appreciate J.D. Filling in as J.P. Boleen, moonlighting somewhere else around town tonight. So, but J.P. will be back with us on Saturday afternoon as our videographer. But J.D. Johnson has been our video man tonight on scene at Alexandria Area High School. Jackson, back at KXRA Radio in downtown Alexandria, has been at Master Control. My thanks to all of the Cardinal Sports Boosters for bringing you our broadcast tonight. Special thanks to Juttner Motors for presenting our post-game report. Our next play-by-play broadcast is coming up tomorrow afternoon. Alexandria will host state-ranked Elk River in girls basketball at 1:30. We plan on taking air with the Juttner Motors pregame show at approximately 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. For our KXRA radio listeners, that means our Saturday Swap Shop program will be preempted. The next Swap Shop show will be on Monday afternoon starting at 1:05. Our Saturday morning Cardinal Athlete Profile interview series, brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls, will be back on the air tomorrow morning. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to visit with the tri-captains of the Alexandria Cardinal dance team, Amaya Waldorf, along with Ainsley Lehman and Rylan Schmitz. You'll hear their conversation tomorrow morning between 9:45 and 10 when Quality Toyota brings you the Cardinal Athlete Profile interview series. We hope you'll listen in earlier in the 9 o'clock hour for radio's homegrown And I believe it's a Planet of the Tapes version of Homegrown coming up tomorrow between 9:05 and 9:45. Again, tonight's final score, Alexandria defeats Sauk Rapids Rice 98-60. This is People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM and 105.7 FM. Audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. And thanks again to Integrity Title for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinals sports play-by-play. For Russ Hinrichs and our videographer, J.D. Johnson, I am DMAC Dave McClurg saying good night from Alexandria Area High School. All right. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it. Have a good night. All right. Okay, excellent. So, I think under most circumstances, I would definitely.